From the ancient terracotta figurines of the Indus Valley civilization to the intricate wooden creations of Channapatna, each region has sculpted its unique chapter in the timeless art form of toy making. However, despite its deep-rooted history in toy making, India surprisingly remains relatively unnoticed as a toy making nation on the global stage. In the grand theatre, $100 billion global toy trade, India's presence remains diminutive. According to various figures out there, it's a mere 0.5%. In contrast, our neighbouring juggernaut China commands a substantial 59% market share. However, in just 4 years, India has achieved a remarkable feat, boosting toy exports by a staggering 172%, while curbing toy imports by an impressive 75%. This led India to become a net toy exporter for the first time in financial year 21, a monumental achievement. My colleague has in fact documented, Suyash, I'd request you to come join us, has documented the journey of India's toy transformation. Before we watch that documentary, I want to begin by understanding how did we achieve here? We have a very insignificant share of the global export trade in toy manufacturing, 0.5%. China is at 50%. But we have finally become a net exporter. This according to, of course, your own calculations. You've spoken to a lot of players. Run us through the journey of this transformation.
So Shweta, India's toy story is actually very interesting. So before, like a decade ago, what India's toy industry was primarily, the state of the industry was, it was highly fragmented. So most of the big manufacturing units belong to the MSME sector. Now, in the last 4 years, we have seen a very sharp spike in exports. About 172% exports has increased from FY19 to FY23. Now, we also need to take this figure with a pinch of salt, because India's share itself was at just 0.5%. It currently stands at 0.5%. Now, was it because of the world wanted to move out of China? The entire dialogue about or debate about the China plus one strategy. So is it because of the lower base effect that we saw such a sharp spike in exports? And at the same time, when we are talking about 75% reduction in imports, government has hiked import duty on toys from about 20% in 2020 to about 70% as of budget 2023. So is it a result of protectionism, or India's toy industry is like fundamentally gaining strength? So that is something that we were trying to look into this documentary. Another point that we were wanted to explore. Were you able to
arrive at a conclusion?
I would want you to see the documentary and find out the answer for that.
Okay.
Another thing that we wanted to touch upon in this documentary was how India figures in that China plus one debate.
Okay.
You know, what advantages does India have compared to other emerging markets like Indonesia or Vietnam, and also what stops India from delivering a brand which is, you know, of a size of a Mattel or Lego. Now, of course, to build a brand, it requires a lot of investments, and as we have seen, India's purchasing power compared to developed markets is significantly lower. Now, if you look at the numbers, an average toy in India costs about $200 to $250, which is less than about what, $3. In US, average toy costs about $50 to $60, which is what, 4 to 5 grand. So there is a big discrepancy there. The middle class is definitely growing, and India is finding its place in this entire toy economy, so to say.